Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, good people? It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It is Thursday morning. It's 6:42 in the a.m. and it's November 30th. I am currently reading The Little Black Book. And, man, the first sentence just hit me. And the first portion of The Little Black Book is the thought for the day. It starts off with, we have slips in AA. Or we have slips in our recovery. And from, slip is minimizing. I want to say we have relapses and it's like regressions in our thoughts and actions. Okay. So it has been said that these are not slips, but premeditated drunks. Premeditated. I fixated on that word because we like to tell people, I don't know how something happened. I don't know what I was thinking. And the reality of it is, you were thinking about it. And if I keep it on the thought on a subconscious level, but I keep the thought, mind you, then I can't say I was really thinking about it. You were thinking about it enough to entertain the thought. Keep it in reserve. You made a reservation for whatever. But we want to play with the word. And we want to play with other people. I don't know how that happened and I don't know what I was thinking. Aren't those the excuses that we use? Okay, let me get back to this reading. It says, we have slips in AA. It has been said these are not slips but premeditated drunks because we have to think about taking a drink before we actually take one. You see what I'm saying? You have a reservation for that and you've entertained the thought. And then we tell ourselves we repress the thought. Okay, let me get back. It says the thought always comes before the act. It is suggested that people should always get in touch with an AA before taking that first drink. The failure to do so makes it possible that they had decided to take the drink anyway. See, when you have the opportunity to check a thought, the question is, how do you check that thought? Or do you check that thought? Or do you go on in action to support that thought? But you set this imaginary boundary. Oh, I just want to see what they're talking about. I want to see what this was about. If you had second thoughts and you had to entertain it and you had to nurse that thought, guess what? You've already made up your mind. You can tell yourself whatever you want to make it palatable for you, but you've already made up your mind. It says, and yet the thoughts that come before taking that drink are often largely subconscious. People usually don't consciously. It says people usually don't know consciously what made them do it. See, we move that thought to the back so we're not really entertaining it, but we're not doing anything to stop it. It's been birthed. And what do you do when you birth something and you know you don't have the skills to take care of whatever it is? Do you get help? Or do you wing it, knowing full well in your winging it that you're going to do damage? But I did what I was supposed to do. I took care of it, is what we tell ourselves. I did what I was supposed to do. The writer asks, am I on guard against wrong thinking? And I'm posing that question as well. But I'm also posing, how are you prepared to deal with it when it shows up? The meditation for the day is, the eternal God is thy refuge. He is a sanctuary, a refuge from the cares of life. You can get away from the misunderstanding of others by retiring into your own place of meditation. Yes, you can get away from the misunderstanding of others by meditation. But how do you reach a place of understanding? There's always a question behind, or sometimes it should be in front of, the action. How do you get to a place of understanding? And is there a place of understanding? Some people are intent and hell-bent on misunderstanding you because they see you as a threat, so they have to relegate you to a position in order to deal with you. And they see you as a threat, not because you're menacing, it's because your presence disturbs their wrong thinking. Amen. Okay, let's get back to the reading. It says, you can get away from misunderstanding of others by retiring into your own place of meditation. But from yourself, from your sense of failure, your weakness, your shortcomings, where can you go? Only to the eternal God, your refuge. And until the immensity of his spirit envelops your spirit and it loses its smallness and weakness and comes into harmony again with his. See, until your thoughts of yourself come into how God sees you, you're going to struggle. Until your self-seeking and selfishness is transformed into selflessness, you're going to struggle. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. The prayer that's listed here is, I pray that I may lose my limitations in the immensity of God's love. I pray that my spirit may be in harmony with his spirit. Amen. Let's get real about premeditation and reservations, y'all, and quit lying to ourselves and to others. Because it always does damage.